It is said that wars are only won upon the anvil of honor.
Others believe victory requires strategy and a mastery of power.
War is deception. A game played best from the shadows.
Only strength and raw power can assure total dominance.
Welcome to another Lore on the Aftermath video. Today we'll be looking at a new discussion which is going on Gamerl. The link will be down below if you want to join this discussion about the Dwarven Master Race. So, people who saw my last replay might have realized that, hey, dwarves can be really strong on their own. That is true. Dwarves are very strong on their own, and Vidovit has also noticed that and he's now made a post about the Dwarven Master Race and wants to maybe split them a little bit, if you get my catch. He wants to split them kind of into 3 parts, which can focus on 3 different things. And we're going to go through everything, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and then you, of course, can comment down below in the video, or join on Gamerl itself and join them in helping dwarves become a little bit nerfed, because they kind of need it. So, okay. Let's just start, shall we? This would be an open discussion about the Dwarven faction. Dwarves should have 3 possible paths which determine their gameplay completely. Venture Code Camp is an event for all paths and is not a legitimate Dwarven path to focus there completely. It's a side quest which benefits all paths. Dwarves can't be a member of a 4-man alliance if they have everything strong. They have the best melee and tank units, best air squad and strong heroes. As a 4-man alliance, it's too much. Depending on the path the player chooses what he wishes to be his strength, either the strongest air squad or the best melee tanks. He loses one aspect of the current gameplay, which means he is more dependent on his allies. It doesn't limit the player to play whatever he wants, but it limits the strength of the dwarves, either support gameplay caster/air units, or you are the front lines tanks. Also gives an event to focusing area, since this part of the map brings nothing to the dwarves. Or if Marsh declines this, then add the contract with the Stormpike clan as something for people focusing area peak. It would be a bonus base that you get when Ironforge falls. Focusing here has no event at the moment. Then a general nerf is required to dwarves if they want to keep all current units. Healing nerf, unit HP nerf, air squad nerf, limit on siege tanks. So let's get started on the Braums Pit path, Braums Pit clan path. Focusing on Casmadan, this is the usual Dwarven playstyle. It means guarding Ironforge and focusing on the southern battles. It is activated by researching the Gnomi's engineering research. Pro. You have a strong capital city, chance to secure the southern lands, which are more safe. Con, you lose your magical damage casters and the strongest air squad. Basically, when area peak falls, you lose the production of Wildhammer Shamans and Griffin Riders. You can prevent that from happening and keep them, but they have light armor and are less effective. However, you make up for that loss by using your mechanical units, tanks and gyrocopters, which of course will be buffed, which I will assume if you go to Braums Pit clan path. Rebuild, or main event, rebuild a Grimbar Toll and gain a limited number of Griffin Riders and make Felstead tied to that building. Requirement that is that area peak fell. Basically, you can steal a Griffins, but with light armor as a support unit, 4 of them. You lose your casters, but you bring your tanks, mechanical units to the alliance. So basically, the Braums Pit path focus more on your mechanical units like siege tanks and gyrocopters, instead of, you know, having strong Griffin Riders and the Shamans, the Wildhammer Shamans. Yeah, that's what they're called. So, you know, that's kind of cool. You know, it focuses on south. Hold on. Oh. But it focuses you more on south, gives you more of an advantage with your mechanical stuff. But of course, you get a disadvantage with magic, and of course, one of your allies like Lordaeron could make up for that magic. Now let's move on to the Wildhammer clan path, focusing on the hinterlands. This is sadly never played. Players just do their research and move Falstad south. Holding area peak gives you no important to making Holding area peak gives nothing important to the players, making the 90% of dwarves focus south. It is activated by researching the Wildhammer's might research. Pro. Strongest air squad, Wildhammer Shamans with heal and magic damage. Con, loses all mechanical units. With the research you lose the mechanical units, however you gain heavy armor on the griffins and magic attack to them. This path gives you enough magical damage. However, you lack the tanks, which can be gained in small numbers when Ironforge falls. Main event, unite with the Stormpike clan, gives a limited number of siege tanks, required Ironforge to be destroyed. Basically you gain the strongest air force, heavy armor and magic damage. However, you lose your melee and land strength. Now this event, you know, I would love to see more dwarves focus on area peak. It is rarely we see that, but of course it is kind of hard to focus there, I'm not gonna lie. But of course, giving Griffin Riders heavy armor is dangerous, but then again, I did see a post longer down that the Griffin Riders will be changed with the lightning ability, which I think chain lightning would either be nerfed or removed to something else, I think. So then it is kind of more okay. Of course, with this path, you do lose siege tanks, which I'm gonna I usually use bear riders. They're kind of strong, but then again, I might be doing something wrong here. Oh no, I hear scratching on the door. Give me a minute, please. Alright, the dog is now comfortable, so we can move on. As I was saying, of course, I use, like, mostly bear riders. I haven't actually used the siege engines too much, which I regret doing. I am a horrible player, I know that. But, like, I know these tanks are pretty powerful, but the Griffin Riders, oh god, oh god. But yeah, I guess it is a fair path, and it is fun to see some work around the Wildhammer clan path. Because, you know, as I said earlier, nobody really focuses there. And this with the main event, the Stormpike clan, like... The Stormpike is the guys in Alterac Valley, if I'm not mistaken. If you ever played World of Warcraft, that's the guys who are fighting the Frost Wolves there. So I guess getting, like, I guess you get something in Alterac Valley, I guess? I don't know. But it gives you limited of siege tank, which was the same with the Braums Pit clan event. If you take Grimbertoll, you get a limit of 4 Griffin Riders. Let's move on to the Dwarven Path. Everything stays as it is. This is both a second chance to the first 2 paths, and it's a path on its own. Main event, Dark Iron Dominion. Control Cast Modan and Hinterlands gives you bonus level on Thasurian and a magical resistance update to your units. Okay, so like that's all with it. But I don't. With Dark Iron Path, I'm not like. Do you stay with Alliance because that's strong, or it's just like a solo path? It's yeah. I guess you can activate it earlier and go solo. That's what I get from that path. Like, beginning game, you can go Dark Iron immediately perhaps, and then you are Dark Iron. And of course, it's a second chance to Wildhammer and to Braums Pit. So, here are the total changes, which we're gonna go through. Area Peak is now the more important building. Falstead and / Griffin Riders and Wildhammer Shamans are tied to it. You can research Wildhammer Might or Gnome's Engineering. Researching the Wildhammer Might makes Griffin Riders and Shamans not tied to Area Peak, and Griffin Riders gain heavy armor and magical attack. Disables the production of tanks, and you lose the Gnome's Engineering research. Researching the Gnome's Engineering gives you stronger gyrocopters, but you lose the ability to research the Wildhammer Might. Griffins are tied to Area Peak and have light armor and piercing damage. Oh god. 3 new events added. Research Grimbertoll, which we of course went through. Contact with the Stormpike clan, a new base, gold rewards. You can always train, okay, without barrage. Must have Ironforge Destroyer. I just wanted to be sure with the Stormpike thing. And of course the Dark Dominion, if you have control of all Dwarven land, Shadowforge City, Ironforge and Area Peak CP, then you can make your units have 30% reduced to magical attacks and a bonus level on Thasurian. So that's the dwarves, and I kind of like that they should maybe have some paths which I can, you know, make them focus more on different things, because at the moment they're just so incredibly strong if people use them right. And if you have seen the last replay, you know that they can be very strong. Now if I did see right, let's scroll down to SV and MS. I do believe it was here somewhere. Anyway, it is somewhere here, down in the chat. I'm not gonna go searching now, but like someone mentioned something. I think it was SVNMS that the lightning ability on the Griffin Riders will be changed, which probably means they won't have that great AoE. But of course, magic damage it is still strong. So I want opinions on this. I want your guys' opinions on this. And if you want to contribute to help the dwarves, then go to Gameral yourself. Link in the description, and tell Gamer, what do you think? Tell the makers of the map, what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? Should dwarves' strength be split into this? Anyway, that was my ramble about this, and I hope you enjoyed this video, so thank you so much for watching, and until next time guys, bye bye.